Investiture of the Gods, Chapter 74.
So the first encounter, you've got Huang Feihu's son, Huang Tianlu. He's up against the enemy commander, Chen Qi.
And initially it looks good for the Zhu side.
Yeah, conventionally speaking, it's a win. Tianlu actually manages to wound Cheng Xin. Lands a spear strike right in his leg.
Okay, so a solid hit. You'd think that's a turning point. Maybe the commander's out of action.
You would think, but nope.
Yeah.
This is where things get weird immediately. Chen Qi, even though he's wounded, he rallies his special troops, the Flying Tiger soldiers.
Flying Tiger soldiers. Okay.
And here's the first really strange magic. These guys, the sources say they've refined this yellow gas inside their bodies.
Inside their bodies. Like biologically.
It sounds like it. And they spray it out Hiju from their abdomens directly at Huang Tianlu.
Wait, hang on. They spray yellow gas from their stomachs.
That's what the text describes, and it works instantly. Huang Tianlu, who just scored this big hit, he's overcome by this gas, falls right off his saddle.
Just like that. All that skill with the spear undone by stomach gas.
Pretty much. And then he's immediately snagged with grappling hooks by Chen Qi's soldiers. Captured.
Wow. So conventional tactics, completely useless in the face of this biological warfare almost.
It completely neutralizes his martial ability. The sources make it super clear. Skill doesn't matter when this kind of left art is on the field. And that just sets the stage for, well, more horror to come.
Because the enemy isn't finished. There's another antagonist, right? Qi Yin.
Yes, Qi Yin arrives. He's there basically for revenge because Chen Qi got wounded. And his appearance immediately tells you he's different.
How so?
No helmet. He's got a gold hoop on his head. And he's dressed like a monk. It's not a soldier's look.
Does the source link that look directly to these left arts? Is it like a visual cue for the reader?
Oh, absolutely. His whole outfit screams unconventional power. It's signaling that his strength isn't from training or armor. It's from something else, something esoteric.
Okay. And he calls out another of Huang Feihu's sons.
Right. Huang Tianxiang calls him out for a one-on-one duel.
And Tianxiang, presumably, is furious. His brother was just captured in this bizarre way.
Exactly. He comes out fighting like mad. The description is a furious storm, wind and rain. He's clearly winning the actual sword fight. Pushes Qi Yin back.
So martial skill is working here initially.
Initially, yes. Qi Yin is forced into what looks like a retreat.
And Tianxiang goes after him.
He does, driven by, anger, maybe pride, wanting to finish the job, avenge his brother. And you have to wonder, is this just Tianxiang being reckless? Or is this the source showing us that magic always baits the trap for martial pride?
Because it is a trap.
It's totally a trap. The second Tianxiang gives chase, Qi Yin springs it.
And this is the second big magic moment. What does he do?
As Qi Yin is fleeing, this white light suddenly shoots out from the top of his head. It parts open and out comes this thing. A bowl-sized red bead, which just hangs there, rotating.
A spinning bowl-sized red bead from his head. Okay, that's specific.
Very specific. And Qi Yin just tells Tianxiang, hey, look at my treasure.
And Tianxiang looks.
He looks. And instantly it's like his mind just breaks. He loses all sense of direction. The source says, Turok doesn't know north, south, east, or west.
Just from looking at it.
Just from looking, he becomes completely dazed, confused. His spirit is wandering. He's totally out of it. Easy pickings for Qi Yin's foot soldiers. Captured.
So no physical attack needed, just visual psychological warfare using this bead.
Exactly. It bypassed all his physical skill, all his fighting prowess, and just shut down his mind.
In, what, a matter of hours, maybe? Huang Feihu has now lost two sons, both to these completely unique, totally unexpected magical attacks.
And the fallout from the second capture, Tianxiang's capture, it gets really dark. It shifts from just battlefield loss to something much more personal, cruel even.
What happens to Tianxiang?
When they bring him before Qi Yin, Tianxiang is, well, utterly defiant. He doesn't plead.
No begging for his life.
Not at all. He calls Qi Yin a traitor. He basically says, kill me. I'll become a vengeful ghost, and I'll come back to kill you villains. Incredible defiance.
Wow. That takes guts. How does Qi Yin react?
He's enraged. Tianxiang's words just push him over the edge. And he doesn't just order an execution. He orders Tianxiang to be immediately beheaded.
Okay, standard execution for the time, maybe.
Yes, but then he adds something truly brutal. He orders the headless body to be hung up on the city tower, left there to be wind-weathered ahunga.
Hung up for everyone to see, Why?
It's pure psychological warfare. It's not just about killing the enemy. It's about desecrating the body, denying the family closure, demoralizing the Zhu army, making his death a constant public spectacle of their defeat. It's maximum cruelty, aimed straight at Huang Feihu.
Oh, man. How does Huang Feihu take this news? He's already lost one son captured, now this.
It breaks him. The sources say he just collapses when he hears it, cries out that he's now lost 3 of his 4 sons during this campaign, 3 sons gone.
3. I thought it was Tianlu captured and Tianxian killed. Who was the 3rd?
The sources imply earlier losses in the broader campaign, maybe not detailed right here. But his lament makes it clear. 3 sons down, and he blames these left arts.
Right. His poem reflects that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something about sacrificing himself for the country, but losing his sons to this magic.
Exactly. Total frustration. He's a loyal general doing his duty, but his children, his legacy, are being destroyed by forces he can't fight conventionally. He knows his current army stands no chance.
So what does he do? He can't just stay there.
Duty kicks in, even through the grief. He sends an urgent message, a lenge, basically a desperate plea for reinforcements, to the main commander, Jiang Ziya, back at Sishui Pass. He has to admit, we can't handle this.
And Jiang Ziya gets it. He understands this isn't just a normal setback.
Oh, absolutely. The text reminds us that another general, Deng Zhigong, had also recently been killed by these left arts, so Jiang Ziya knows this is serious magical warfare. He needs to send the right kind of help.
Not just more soldiers.
No. He sends a specialized vanguard. First, Deng Chanyu. That's Deng Zhigong's daughter, so she's out for revenge for her father.
Okay, personal motivation there. Who else?
And the big gun, Neza.
Ah, Neza. Things are about to change.
Instantly, Neza arrives on his windfire wheels, like, flash! And the very first thing he sees is Tianxiang's body hanging on that tower.
Oh, that's not going to go over well.
Not at all. He flies into an absolute rage, swears he's going to literally mince Qiu Yin into pieces for this desecration. He demands Qiu Yin come out and fight.
So the confrontation happens.
Yeah.
Qiu Yin versus Neza.
Yes. And Qiu Yin, maybe he's arrogant. Maybe he thinks his magic is unbeatable. He tries the exact same trick he used on Tianxian.
A red bead again?
Seriously. Shouts out, Neza, look at my treasure.
Yeah.
The light appears. The bowl-sized beads start spinning.
And Neza.
Neza just laughs, completely unimpressed, doesn't face him one bit.
And this is the key, right? This is the turning point. Why doesn't it work on Neza when it was so devastating against Tianxiang?
This is the crucial insight. Neza explains it himself. He looks at this terrifying magical artifact and basically scoffs, calling it just a red bead. Why? What makes him different?
Because he's not human. Not in the same way. He is a lotus incarnation aged near. He wasn't born, he was constructed from lotus roots. He doesn't have mortal flesh that can be affected by soul-draining or mind-altering magic like the bead.
Okay. So his very nature makes him immune. It's like the magic requires a certain kind of operating system to work on, and Niz's is totally different.
Exactly. It establishes this hierarchy of power. Mortal magic works on mortals. Divine forms, not so much. The bead is useless against him.
So with Qiu Yin's main weapon neutralized, what happens in the fight?
Neza takes control immediately. He uses one of his own powerful artifacts, the Kankan Circle Ring.
Universe Ring, right?
That's the one. He throws it, hits Qiu Yin square in the shoulder, and the injury is bad. Tendon snapped, bone broken, instant severe damage.
Ouch. So Qiu Yin is finally beaten. Beaten and forced to retreat in agony. It's a decisive tactical victory for the Zhu side, finally countering the magical assault head-on.
Okay, so the immediate magical threat from Qiu Yin is dealt with. But they still have problems. Tianlu is still captured, and Tianxiang's body is still up there.
Right. The divine intervention solved one problem, but the human cost remains. And the sources shift tone here, actually. After the, cosmic battle, we get this quieter, almost stealth mission. It's not about winning the war anymore, just about cleaning up the mess, restoring some dignity.
And this is where Tu Jingsen comes in.
Exactly. Tu Jingsen arrives. He'd been away on a supply run. He gets the terrible news. His father-in-law, Deng Zhigong, is dead. His wife, Deng Chanyu, is there seeking revenge. And the Huang brothers are in dire straits.
And he has a very specific skill set that's suddenly very useful.
Very useful. His earth-traveling skill, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? They were being hammered by left arts, and now they need to use a different kind of left art to recover.
So he volunteers to go in.
Yeah. He plans to use his ability to sneak into the pass undetected, under cover of night, using the same kind of surprise tactics the enemy used, but for rescue, not attack.
Was his mission exactly?
2 parts. First, get to the prison, the Huang Tianlu and the other captive Tai Luan, and just let them know help is on the way. Give them some hope.
Okay, and the second part?
The harder part. Retrieve Huang Qiangxiang's body. The sources say he goes to the tower around the second watch when it's quietest, cuts the ropes holding the body.
He brings it down himself.
Lowers it down to another Zhu officer, Zhu Ji, who's waiting just outside the pass. A really grim, solemn task.
So they recover the body. Qianlu knows help is coming. What happens then? This leads to a big decision for Huang Feihu, doesn't it?
It does. A really difficult but strategically vital decision. Huang Feihu has to balance his duty as a commander with his duty as a father and, the head of his family line.
He has one son left with him now, right? Huang Qianju.
That's right. His last son at the front. And Huang Feihu realizes he can't risk losing him too. He needs to ensure the Huang family continues. It's about both loyalty to the Zhu cause and filial piety to his ancestors and descendants.
So what does he command Huang Tianju to do?
He orders Tianju to take Huang Qiangxiang's body and escort it back to the Zhu capital, West Qi, for a proper burial. Get him out of the war zone.
Wow. Sending his last son away from the fight, that must have been incredibly hard.
Absolutely. But the text frames it explicitly as achieving whole, fulfilling both loyalty and filial piety. He preserves the future of his lineage, even as he himself stays to face the danger. It's a leader's sacrifice. And we're focusing on Qinglong Pass.
The Sheng commander there, General Qian, he's already got major concerns. And not just about the army outside his gates.
Right. There's this immediate crisis he's dealing with. Something really baffling happened overnight.
Yeah, the body of a high-ranking officer, Huang Tianxiang, it just vanished, stolen from under their noses.
So Qian suspects it's not just grave robbers. He thinks there's someone special. And Yiren, a person with extraordinary abilities, hiding in the Zhu camp.
And he's right to worry. Because think about it. If someone can just sneak in and steal a body like that, what does it mean for his defenses? His walls, his gates?
Suddenly seem kind of useless, right? If someone can bypass them entirely, it changes everything.
Exactly. The whole strategic situation is flipped on its head.
Okay, so we're going to track 3 key moments, 3 clashes that really show off this magical warfare.
First up, there's a revenge fight that leads to a really unexpected capture and then an even more impossible escape.
Then we get this amazing, almost comical showdown between 2 masters who fight with, well, special breathing techniques. It's quite something.
The Hum and Hai generals, a classic matchup.
And finally, we'll see how all this magical chaos, all these strange powers, actually forces a shift in strategy. How they finally figure out how to take the pass.
So let's dive in. It starts with a challenge from the Shang side.
Okay, who comes out first?
It's a commander named Chen Qi. He's furious, looking for revenge for earlier losses.
And who from the Zhu side steps up?
Someone unexpected, maybe. It's the very short general, Tu Qingzhen.
Ah, Deng Chanyu's husband, the master stone thrower's partner. But he's tiny, right?
He is, described as less than 3 or 4 feet tall. And Chen Qi actually insults him immediately, saying killing someone so small would, quote, soil my hand.
Ooh, big mistake. Underestimating your opponent there, especially one connected to Deng Chanyu.
A huge miscalculation.
Yeah.
And the fight itself, it's over almost before it starts.
How so?
Chen Qi doesn't mess around. He uses his special technique, opens his mouth and...
sprays the yellow gas.
The Huang Qi. Exactly. A stream of yellow gas hits Tu Qingzhen. And this isn't just, smoke. It's described as an instant paralyzing attack.
Paralyzing. So Tu Qingzhen just stops.
Falls down immediately. Rooted to the spot. Chen Qi's flying tiger soldiers just rush in and grab him. Capture complete.
Hold on. If Tu Qingzhen is this special Yiren, the one who can travel through Earth, why did he get caught so easily? Was he just not expecting the gas?
That's a good question. The text suggests this yellow gas is incredibly potent, almost impossible to dodge. It seems like it directly attacked his ability to function, maybe overwhelming even his earth magic for that moment.
Okay, so he's genuinely overpowered by this specific weird attack.
Seems like it, but his capture, that's definitely not the end of the story for this skirmish.
No way, because Deng Chanyu is watching from the Zhu lines, right?
She is. And she reacts instantly. You mess with her husband, you deal with her.
And she's got a famous weapon.
The Wugongxi, the 5-colored stone. And let's be clear, this isn't just her picking up a pebble. It's a magical projectile. Think unerring accuracy, devastating force.
Oh, so what happens?
First stone flies, hits Chen Qi square in the face.
Ouch!
Yeah. The description is brutal. Split lip, breaking teeth, instant damage.
So Chen Qi's got to be reeling from that.
Absolutely. He covers his bleeding face, tries to turn his horse, and run back to the pass.
Yeah.
But Deng Chanyu, she's known for her follow-up shots.
She throws another one.
Immediately. Second stone hits him right in the back, and it shatters something called his back mirror, the Hushin Jing.
Back mirror, like armor or something else.
Probably more than just armor. Likely some kind of protective talisman or plate over a key spot. Whatever it was, losing it sends Chen Qi into a full-blown panic. He flees back into Qinglong Pass.
Wow. So Chen Qi technically won the capture, got Tu Xingsun, but he personally got wrecked by Deng Chanyu.
Completely. A physical and, you could say, psychological defeat dealt by maybe the most accurate ranged weapon we see. Meanwhile, Tu Xingsun's being dragged off.
Right. They take him inside the pass, tied up, bring him before General Qiu Yin.
And this is where Tu Xingsun shows his unique personality. Instead of panicking or begging for his life,
What did he do?
he just laughs. Says something like Dao Yuku, which means how amusing or interesting.
He finds being captured and facing execution amusing. That's some serious confidence. Or maybe he's just really eccentric.
It definitely throws Qiu Yin off. He looks at this tiny laughing prisoner and just orders his execution. Get rid of him.
But they don't manage it, do they?
No. Just as the executioners raise their swords, Tu Xingsun does this quick movement. The text says he twists his body.
Right, no.
Poof. Vanishes. Ya Wu Zongji, no trace left behind.
Just gone through the floor.
Phased right through the earth. And that is the moment Qiu Yin understands.
He realizes who stole the body.
Yes. And more importantly, he realizes Tu Xingsun practices Di Snidao Shu earth-traveling magic.
Which means his fortress is basically useless.
Exactly. This isn't a siege anymore. It's an infiltration nightmare. Walls, gates, guards. None of it matters if the enemy can just tunnel up from beneath your feet anywhere inside the pass.
Yeah.
His whole defense strategy is fundamentally broken.
Okay, so that's a huge development. The zoo have someone who can bypass all the physical defenses, but there's another magical player about to enter the scene, right?
Yes. Reinforcements arrive for the zoo. Jinglun, who holds the title of Third Transport Logistics Officer, not exactly a frontline title, but don't let that fool you.
And Tu Xingsun, fresh off his escape and probably still chuckling, runs right into him.
Pretty much. And Tu Xingsun, having just faced Chen Qi's mouth gas.
He notices something about Zhang Lun.
He does. He points out that Chen Qi's yellow gas from the mouth seems weirdly similar, yet different, to Zhang Lun's own technique, which involves...
White gas from the nose.
Exactly. White gas, or maybe white light, snorted out from the nose.
Okay, this is getting wonderfully strange. Mouth gas versus nose gas. Yellow versus white.
It's more than just strange. It's mythologically significant. These two, Chen Qi and Zhang Lun, are known as the Hum and Ha generals.
Hum and Ha, why?
Zhang Lun's technique involves a humming sound. When he expels the white light from his nose, that's the hum. Chen Qi's yellow gas comes out with more of an exhalation, or shout the ha. They're destined rivals, perfect opposites.
It's like yin and yang almost.
Sort of, yeah. A perfect symmetry suggesting neither can truly beat the other using these specific powers.
And how does Zhang Lun react when Tu Xingsun tells him about Chen Qi?
Well, Zhang Lun had apparently been taught his nose technique was, and I quote, unparalleled in the world, Gai Shiwu Shuang.
So he's skeptical about this supposed rival.
Very. He basically says no way and vows to fight Chen Qi himself to prove who's truly unique.
All right, the stage is set for the ultimate magical showdown, Hum versus Ha.
And Chen Qi, he's healed up from Deng Chanyu stones thanks to some presumably magical remedies of his own. He rides out again looking for a rematch, maybe with Deng Chanyu.
But Zhang Lun intercepts him.
Zhang Lun steps forward instead. And the setup for this fight, it's just incredible. The symmetry is perfect.
How so? What do you mean?
Well, Chen Qi leads his Flying Tiger soldiers who wear yellow uniforms.
Okay.
Zhang Lun leads 3,000 crow soldiers, Wu Yaobing. Both generals ride identical mounts, these golden-eyed beasts. Both wield the same type of massive weapon, a demon-subduing cudgel or pestle.
Wow, they really are mirror images. Even their troops in gear match.
Even down to their soldiers being armed with grappling hooks and ropes, ready to snatch captives.
So they fight conventionally first.
They do, for a few rounds. But it's clear neither is gaining an advantage. They're just too evenly matched.
So they have to resort to the magic tricks.
They realize it's the only way. And then they both unleash their powers at the exact same time. It's perfectly synchronized.
Okay, paint the picture. What happens?
Zhang Lun hums, and 2 streams of white light shoot from his nostrils. Simultaneously, Chen Qi opens his mouth, The ha and the yellow gas bursts out.
The ultimate magical clash. What's the result? A massive explosion.
Not quite. It's actually hilarious. Their powers seem to collide and just fizzle out. They perfectly negate each other.
Negate each other, so nothing happens.
Worse than nothing. The immediate effect is that both generals are instantly knocked flat off their mounts.
Wait, both of them at the same time?
Yep. Chen Qi loses his fancy crown and tumbles backward. Zheng Lun just slips right out of his saddle or armor. Mutual takedown.
No way. That's incredible. So much buildup and they just knock each other down.
It's pure slapstick almost. Both sets of troops have to rush in with their grappling hooks and ropes, not to capture the enemy, but to rescue their own general before the other side grabs them.
They're trying to hook their own guys back.
Exactly. Snatch your masters back to safety. It's chaos.
What are the other Zhu generals doing while watching this?
The text says they, including Tu Xingsun, basically laughed until their waists were weak and bones were broken.
Yeah.
Just utterly hysterical.
I can imagine. So the big strategic insight here is their special magic is completely useless against each other.
Precisely. It's a perfect stalemate. Matched power leads to mutual failure and, well, a good laugh for the onlookers.
Does Zheng Lun give up then?
Oh, no. He's still determined. He vows a rematch. But next time, he says it'll be pure hands-on kung fu. No more magic tricks.
Okay, but while they're figuring this out, the bigger war is still happening, right?
Yes, and the pressure is mounting. News arrives that another crucial location, Jiaming Pass, has also fallen to the Zhu forces.
So Qi Yin is feeling the squeeze at Qinglong Pass. He absolutely has to hold it now.
And the Zhu need to take it quickly to keep their momentum. The stakes are getting higher.
So does the Kung Fu rematch happen?
It does. The next day, Chen Qi and Zheng Lun go at it again, just conventional fighting this time.
Who wins?
Nobody. They fight all day long. It's another draw. They are just fundamentally perfectly matched in skill, magic, or no magic.
So direct assault isn't working, symmetrical magic isn't working, conventional duels aren't working, they're stuck.
They are. Brute force has failed. Magic parity has failed. They need a new approach.
So the Zhu generals get together to brainstorm, right? Figuring how to actually capture this pass. What were they considering?
Well, standard siege tactics are always an option. Scaling ladders, battering rams, starving them out. But those are costly and slow.
And they need speed now, with Jiaming Pass gone.
Exactly. They realize the core problem is the physical structure itself. The walls, the gates, they're too strong for quick assault. They need a way around the defenses, not just through them.
So who comes up with the breakthrough idea?
It's Neza, himself a figure known for some pretty unconventional powers and thinking outside the box.
Okay, what's Nessa's plan?
He points to the absurdity they just witnessed and the escape earlier. He suggests they use the unique skill of the guy who found his own capture amusing.
Tu Xingsun.
Since he can travel underground undetected.
Ah, I see where this is going.
Meza proposes that Tu Xingsun use his earth-traveling magic to sneak inside the pass during the night.
Not to fight, but to
do something much simpler and much more devastating strategically. Cut the locks or the main gate from the inside. Open it up for the Zhu army while the defenders are asleep or unprepared.
That's brilliant. Use the one skill that completely bypasses the fortress's main strength, its walls.
It's the perfect asymmetric strategy. The ultimate siege weapon isn't the hum or the ha or even Deng Chanyu stones in this case. It's this small general who can pop up anywhere and basically pick the lock.
So the key wasn't overwhelming magic power, but a very specific, almost niche ability used at the perfect moment.
Exactly. The sources really highlight this. Victory came not from canceling out the enemy's magic, but by leveraging a unique skill that made the enemy's primary defense totally irrelevant. The sources paint a picture less of a blunt assault and more of, well, almost like early combined arms. Very precise, very planned.
It kicked off at night, didn't it? Under darkness, the first watch. You mentioned Tu Xingsun comes into play, the special.
Exactly. Tu Xingsun leads the stealth part. He's got that unique earth tunneling ability, right? So he sneaks under the pass. His job, get inside and set things up to free those captured Zhu officers, Wang Tianlu and Tai Luan. He's a literal underground agent here.
So while he's busy burrowing up above, the air assault begins, second watch.
That's Niz's cue. He takes off on his windfire wheels, flies right over the city walls, gives them the high ground. From up there, he drops his magic brick chaos among the watchtower guards, then swoops down, smashes the main gate locks, opens the door, basically.
And that's the signal. The main Zhu force, led by guys like Huang Feihu, they just pour in. The fighting inside focuses on taking out the commanders, Qu Yin and Chen Qi. But Tu Sen pops up again, right? Not just sneaking, but fighting.
And fighting smart is this incredible little detail. General Qi Yin tries to ride out, escape the mess. Tu Sun, he drags his iron club low, doesn't go for the general, he goes for the horse. Specifically, he hits its kikun.
The kikun, right. What exactly is that spot again?
Well, the source calls it the 7-inch spot. It seems to be this very precise, almost paralyzing point on the horse's leg. Like hitting a nerve cluster, you hit that spot, the horse just collapses, takes the rider down instantly. It's tactical anatomy, not just swinging wildly.
That's the knockout blow for Qi Yin's immediate threat. But he actually manages to escape, doesn't he? Huang Feihu moves in, but Qi Yin uses his own skill.
Yeah, earth tunneling again. Too done. The narrative basically says, look, his fate wasn't sealed here, he gets away.
But the other general, Chen Shi, his fate was sealed at Qinglong.
He wasn't so lucky. First, Neza wounds him with the universe ring. The Kang Kung Quan hits his arm. While Chen Yi's reeling from that, Huang Feihu closes in fast, spear thrusts to the flank. And that's the end for Chen Shi.
So with both commanders dealt with, Huang Feihu secures the pass, calms everyone down, takes stock. Then he sends Neza racing off to tell the big boss, Jiang Ziya, the good news: victory.
But before Ziya even gets that report, the sources want us to understand the bigger picture, the strategy behind it all.
Right. This wasn't just about capturing territory for the sake of it. It was pure survival strategy. We shift scenes to Jiang Ziya's command tent. He's discussing high-level stuff, the 6 strategies and 3 tactics. But he doesn't get lost in theory. He cuts straight to the hard reality, logistics. So Ziya's main concern wasn't the next fight, but keeping his army fed and supplied, defining the whole campaign based on the supply route.
Precisely. Ziya lays it out plain. Taking Jiameng and Qinglong Pass, those first 2, was non-negotiable. Why? To secure the grain supply route? The Liandao, that's the strategic genius here. If they hadn't taken those passes, the Shan could have easily cut them off. Ziya feared being trapped, unable to advance or retreat. Stuck. Doomed, really.
Wow, okay, that completely reframes it. It's not about glory on the battlefield, it's about the army's stomach. Infrastructure wins wars.
It really highlights why he's seen as this master strategist. Securing the rear allows you to win at the front. But, this essential strategy had a real human cost. Ziya takes a moment, reflects quite sadly on the loyal and brave generals lost getting them this far. He specifically names Deng Zhigong and Huang Tianxing, men who died securing this strategic win, but wouldn't live to see the peace it was meant to bring.
That's a heavy moment, and it sets the stage for the next challenge, right? Sishui Pass. The commander there, Han Rong, he must know he's the last line of defense now.
Oh, he knows. Han Rong gets the news about the other passes falling, and he understands the gravity. His advice to his officers is interesting. Forget heroics. Focus on collective defense, hunker down, work together. But before the fighting starts, we get this fascinating exchange. The ideological battle begins with a letter from Ziya, delivered by Xinjia.
Ah, the battle letter. This is where they lay out their justifications, isn't it? What's the Zhu argument?
Zhu's case is all moral, based on the mandate of heaven. They argue King Zhu of Shang is a tyrant, he's lost heaven's favor. So the Zhu aren't rebels, they're executing heaven's punishment, they're just restoring cosmic balance.
Okay, so divine right, but for the challenger. What's Han Rong's comeback? How does the Shang side justify fighting?
Han Rong grounds his argument in tradition, in the existing political order. He basically tells Ziya, you're waging an unjust war. You're breaking the fundamental rule. All territory under heaven belongs to the king. All subjects are the king's ministers. It's about loyalty. A subject's duty is to the throne, period. Doesn't matter if the king's flawed. So Ziya doesn't just need to win militarily. He has to win the argument for legitimacy itself.
2 really powerful, clashing worldviews. You can feel the tension, and it spills onto the battlefield immediately. The Shang send out a general, Wang Hu, to challenge them.
Yeah, the debate ends, the fighting starts. Neza, never one to wait, steps up immediately. And the sources are brutal here. It says not several rounds. Neza just takes Wang Hu out with his spear. Very fast, very decisive. That speed clearly shakes Han Rong.
So in the next Zhu warrior, Wei Ben, presses the attack, Han Rong is already unnerved.
Completely. Seeing his general killed that quickly. Han Rong loses his nerve, basically. He pulls back, retreats into the safety of the pass. So round 1 goes to Zhu, both ideologically and militarily.
Okay, Zhu has the momentum. They've won the opening clash. Seems like Sishui might fall quickly, too.
You'd think so. But then, everything changes. Out of nowhere, Yu Kwa arrives, the 7-headed general. Remember him? Neza defeated him years ago. Well, he's back. And he wants revenge.
Okay, a returning adversary. What makes him such a threat this time? He apparently boasts his new weapon will destroy the Zoo army utterly, without a single scale or piece of armor left. That sounds extreme.
It is, because Yuhua didn't just spend his time off sulking. He went seeking power, went to Penglai Mountain, found his master, and got himself a serious upgrade, a new magical weapon. Naturally, Neza volunteers instantly. It's personal now. They fight maybe 20, 30 rounds, standard combat. But Yuhua sees he can't win that way, so he plays his trump card.
This is it, the big reveal. He unleashes the Hualian Divine Saber. The O5. What do the sources tell us about this thing?
The poem describing it is chilling. Forged in mystical fire, imbued with potent spiritual energy, it strikes like lightning incredibly fast. But the key is how it kills. It's not about piercing armor in the normal sense.
How does it work then, if it ignores armor?
It targets life itself, the source says. Penetrating the armor, the primal spirit Yuanshin is lost. Touching the body, life is extinguished. It bypasses the physical and attacks your very essence. Conventional defenses are useless against it.
Wait, the primal spirit, that changes everything. That's not something you can block with a shield. Was Zia even remotely prepared for something like this? Something so esoteric?
Not at all. It's a complete shock. The saber hits Neza. He cries out, collapses when he gets back to the zoo camp. Zia is distraught, assumes the worst, thinks Neza's dead.
Yep.
But here's the twist, the crucial detail. Neza isn't instantly killed. Why? Because he's a Lotus embodiment. The Lian Huashen.
Ah, right, because he was reconstructed from lotus roots after his earlier demise.
Exactly. He doesn't have normal flesh and blood. He's fundamentally different. So this weapon, designed to extinguish a mortal life spirit, doesn't quite work on him as intended. It hits him hard, leaves him trembling, speechless, seriously injured. But it doesn't kill him outright. His unique nature provides this unintentional, partial immunity. It reveals a huge vulnerability for the zoo, yes, but also highlights Neza's strange resilience.